All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of When Reality Hits. I've got my girl on for the first time ever, Miss Lindsay Luv. Hey.
Girl, hey. We're here.
I'm so excited to have you on. I can't wait to hear all of your fabulous stories.
I'm so excited to be with Queen Bee on the microphone. 1, 2, 1, 2.
So we've been friends for a long time. Like, how many years now?
Like 7.
Yeah, like 7 years. I want you to tell everybody a little bit about what you do.
Okay, well, what don't I do, right?
Yeah.
We're queen of all trades.
Yeah.
We're not a jack of none. Okay, so I am a DJ. I've been a DJ for a really long time. That's probably like the big extent of my career has been DJing, more like a celebrity DJ type situation. And then I started in events. I kind of worked into DJing. And then from there, now I DJ still, but I also own a events agency. So I've had the pleasure of running a few events for some of your castmates and all the things.
And for me.
And for you.
Yeah.
Yes, girl.
Lindsay
yes,
Luv Creative.
Yes.
Right? Yes. Shout it out.
Shout it out.
Yeah. And you always do amazing. So I thank you for that.
Thank you.
You have had a very, crazy life, I feel like, compared to most people. But you are married with 2 beautiful kids, London and Hayes. They're absolutely beautiful, gorgeous kids, and so sweet. How long have you been married to Kevin?
Ooh, God, 13 years.
You've been married for...
We have been married... Wait, am I getting this? Yes, we're 13 years. We're 16 years together.
16 years together, 13 years married.
I may be getting that wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Don't tell him.
I'm pretty sure I'm right. Don't tell.
I know we've been together forever.
Yeah, you guys are like one of my very favorite couples in LA. You guys are perfect for each other, and I just love your family.
Thank you.
Okay, so I met Lindsay about 7 years ago. So I think a lot of people probably don't know this. But the reason that I know you is through Jesse and Michelle.
Yes.
Okay. But you met Jesse far before he ever moved to LA. We're talking about Jesse from the Valley, obviously, and Michelle from the Valley.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So can you tell us how you know Jesse Lally?
Oh my gosh. Jesse and I go back to his most epic era, which would probably be like the trim spa guy liner era. I like to call it. A lot of people don't know that Jesse was actually like a rock and roller in his New York days. So he didn't have the loafers yet. There was no loafers. There was no capri. He was rock and roll Jesse in east side of New York City. We both lived in Manhattan, and Jesse was like a diehard party guy like me at the time. I was throwing events and then DJing events and all the things. And Jesse and I would either run into each other at the club. He came to a lot of my DJ sets, and we just became like good friends. I have like a very, I won't say I have like a masculine energy, but I have a lot of guy friends. Yeah. I like fun girls. I like strong guys. And like Jesse was just always a really good time, and especially in the nightlife scene.
Yeah, he is fun.
Yeah. And then when I moved to LA, he moved here before me, I think a little bit before me. But then when I moved to LA, he would actually come see me. I had a residency at Sky Bar at the Mondrian during the stories. The stories, you're going to love this.
Oh yeah. I can't wait. I want to know all the stories.
Okay. I was DJing at the Mondrian. I had a residency every Saturday night at the Sky Bar, and Jesse would roll up quite often, as a matter of fact, and he would just like rock it out of the DJ booth. He would have like such a good time. And then lo and behold, he meets Michelle, right?
Yes, yeah.
Michelle Sanier. How do you say it? I always butcher her last name. Sorry, Michelle. But anyways, he met Michelle, and they came to me together and said, "We have something to propose to you." And this is something I did not do. Like, I was doing all the nightclubs. Yeah. I was touring all over the world. I was doing like celebrity gigs and so forth. I always said I would not DJ a wedding. I was like, die hard. I don't want to be there on somebody's most important night of their life. It's too much pressure. Yeah. But Jesse came to me. He's like, I've always come to your gigs. I love your music. I'm not going to be a bridezilla. This is Jesse, of course, not Michelle. We know she wouldn't be the bridezilla. But he was
I love that Jesse said he wouldn't be a bridezilla.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's hilarious.
And so they were like, would you DJ our wedding? So I got hired by Jesse, my good friend Jesse and Michelle, and I DJ'd their wedding in Napa.
I love it.
And let me tell you something, girl. They were hilarious because their music taste could not be less aligned. I don't know if I've never said this back to them, but I found it hilarious. Like Jesse, you could tell their age difference, and they're not like crazy age difference, but he's like about 10 years older than her?
Yeah.
You could see that because he would come to me and be like, I just want to like get back to the club. Like I want Sandstorm. I want like 2000s club hits. I want to hit it hard on the dance floor. And like, that's what I want. Like, obviously I'm going to deliver that. And then Michelle would come to me and be like, I'm really feeling like, you know, old school, like New York, Frank Sinatra vibes and like the Gypsy Kings.
What?
And I'm like, you guys are so far off from each other. Like, I don't even know how to put this set together.
So you had to do like back and forth?
Girl, so we ended up agreeing that we would do her type. It was kind of their joint. Like, for the dinner, we would have the like old school, high-end, classy New York, Frank Sinatra vibes.
Yeah.
And then we would like move into pure chaos, Jesse on the dance floor, ripping it up, which he did at his wedding. And then we would like randomly throw in Bamboleo by Gypsy Kings. And she would have like her moments with her family and so forth.
Yeah.
So we had, I forget what their song was, like their first hits. Anyways, lo and behold, it was a great night. It was beautiful. It was at a vineyard in Napa. We had a blast.
Yeah.
And then soon after I met you guys, which actually was like maybe at their baby shower.
I think it might have been at the baby shower.
Met some of the crew way before. I actually had DJ'd for Lisa at Sir.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I've had a really wild career. So I've run across, you know, there's people in the Bravo verse that I forget that I've known Lindsay Hubbard for 1,000 years.
Yeah.
So there's just like all these weird connections. A lot of these people were.
LA is so much smaller than people think. And in the world too.
Yeah.
Like you were in New York. That's whenever you met Jesse.
Yes.
And so, okay, have you, because Jesse was like doing his modeling thing.
Yes. Oh, I knew him during the trim spa days.
Jax was doing his modeling thing.
Yes.
Did you meet Jax back in the day?
Okay, so this is a funny story. So I never actually met Jax in person.
Okay.
But Jax definitely was in my like DMs at one point on MySpace. I was
MySpace?
Girl, I was like a MySpace queen. I'm not kidding.
I was too back.
I was way bigger on MySpace.
That was like the thing.
Yes, just to clarify, my Instagram has never reached the levels I was at MySpace. I was like stopped on the street. Are you Lindsay Luv?
Do you remember what your first MySpace song was? Because you know your page had a song, which I loved that about MySpace.
It's funny because I like remembered about my husband, but I don't know if I remembered about myself. Yeah. So like I remember the first song I saw on his page, but like my page was always changing because I was a DJ. So it was
I changed mine a lot too, but I think that my very first song was I'm Conceited, I Got a Reason.
This is very on brand.
You know the song?
Yeah. This is very on brand.
I wait too good to be. I don't remember the words right now, but still.
I mean, I could DJ your whole life for you. Like I know you well enough to be like, this is the soundtrack for Brittany's life.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, the curveball here.
Yes.
If you did have to DJ my life, what kind of songs would you put in?
It would be like all the jams. Like, I don't know. I have to think about that, but there would definitely be like some Fat Joe. And like, I just feel like it would just be like all the, you know, like the throwbacks, like a little bit of like the grindy kind of R&B-ish, but then also like the full party hits too.
Yeah.
I feel like that's where I'd go with you. Like
It'd be a lot of like Lil Wayne, Nicki Minaj.
Yes.
But now Cardi B.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yes.
But also throw in some country, Miranda Lambert.
Okay.
You know, like I go back and forth.
Yeah, but I feel like you generally swing like Little John. Like that's kind of like your
3LW radio is like what I always put on TLC, like all the throwbacks, and then like just let it play.
Yes, 100%.
And it's so good.
This is exactly where I'd go with you for sure.
Oh my God, that cracks me up that Jax was in your DMs on MySpace.
I don't know that it was like anything. I don't remember. It was nothing with nothing. It could have just been like a connection. I don't know that it was anything like sordid or weird.
But still, that's funny.
But I never
MySpace.
met him. Like I just never met him, and that was it. But then I do have a funny story. I DJ'd at Sir. I DJ'd at Sir. So I went up to the bar before my DJ set and I like asked for a cocktail or something. And I like knew it was him, obviously. Yeah. But it wasn't so much based on the show. I just like remembered, oh, that was Jesse's roommate or what. It wasn't like in a fan way. And I'm also there as a talent. It wasn't like I was some weirdo that I was like just like getting a drink before my set. And I was like, hey, and I was like, I feel like I know you. And he goes, I will never forget, girl. I don't know if I ever told you this. Jax looks at me, he goes, everybody comes here and feels like they know me.
What?
That's exactly what he said to me verbatim. And I was like, okay, I'll take my martini now. And I just like walked off. I was like, okay. Like, and the funny thing was he was looking at me and I was like, I do think he knows who I am. Like, I think he was just being, I guess, whatever at the moment. But like, he's been cool since, it's fine. But like, it was just funny because I just was like,
everybody thinks they know
it was such an LA line. And I was just like, okay, you know.
Oh my God, that is hilarious.
So that's my story.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So obviously lots of connections around. Yes. Through all of us. What would you say was your favorite DJ gig that you ever had?
I mean, probably the most iconic one that people like to talk about a lot. I DJ'd the Victoria's Secret fashion show in Paris.
Which is awesome. In Paris,
yes,
too.
It was the most... I did a lot. So I was kind of known, I don't know if you even know this, I was kind of known as their turntable goddess during their like most kind of like, not that they're still around, but like their most iconic time period, really. Yeah. So I was doing all the events for Victoria's Secret, and I remember like they were doing the show in Paris, and I had done so much for them, and I kind of said to the woman, I was like, what if I like DJ the show and the party and whatever. And I just kind of put it out there thinking they're going to go with like Tiesto or somebody ridiculous, you know? Like I had a pretty big thing going, but it was not like on that, I didn't know what scale it was going to be on. And she just looked at me, she's like, that's a great idea. And then they hired me. Ooh. And it was me, the green room. I'm not kidding. It was me, Lady Gaga, Bruno Mars, and The Weeknd.
What?
I had my own green room right next to them, and funny enough,
that is amazing.
It was amazing. And it was in the Grand Palais. So like it's this place where like nobody ever gets to perform or have anything happen.
Yeah.
So they got this crazy permit to like basically have the show in one of the most iconic places in Paris, probably in the world. And I was like, this is the most, and we flew, I think it was Mark Cuban's private plane.
What?
I got to sit on the plane. I was with every angel.
Wow.
It was like every angel. It was like God, I mean, everybody was on the flight. So we took a private jet, and we went, and I played in the Grand Palais, and it was so iconic. So anyways, The Weeknd and Bruno Mars, they were kind of doing their thing, but Gaga is actually, her trumpet player is like a really good friend of mine, because we all kind of came up together.
Yeah.
Like Gaga used to be at all the dive bars and stuff when I was in New York. So we had run across each other multiple times, but we had never like fully connected. So I'm like, hey, aren't you Brian's the godmother of his child, her trumpet player that she was doing all the stuff with Tony Bennett? And she's like, oh my God, girl, we hit it off. We were like thick as thieves within 5 minutes. She was amazing.
Awesome.
And I'm going to give you one really good story. Lady Gaga is the classiest favorite celebrity because she bought every single person a rose for that show. Everybody on the set, like everybody that worked the show, she's just like a total class act. She's such a love. So we had the best time.
I love that. I mean, Lady Gaga actually been a fan of like Vanderpump Rules and stuff over the days, and like she was at Pump one time.
Did you meet her?
I didn't get to meet her, but she was at Pump one time, and Lisa Vanderpump calls Jax, and he's like, he was at Sir. And she was like, I'm having dinner with Lady Gaga at Pump. She wants to meet you. So Jax went down to meet Lady Gaga.
Oh, my God.
And it was like right when I got my boobs done.
Yes.
And Jax says, which I take everything by a grain of salt, not going to lie, that she was like, can I see her boob job? And showed a picture, because it was like right when I got my boob jobs on the show, like 10 years ago. Yeah. And he showed a picture of my boobs.
No, seriously.
I mean, that's how the story goes.
She's a lucky lady.
We'll see if that's true. If Lady Gaga ever hears this.
She was so rad. It was super kind. And then we did like the after party went all night, and everybody was there. I mean, it was like crazy. So that was probably like one of the more iconic ones, you know, and I was in Paris for a week. I mean, they were rehearsing, so I was just putzing around Paris. It was like the Hotel Athénée put me up for a week for free. I mean, it was wild. It was a really good time.
It's awesome. I was going to ask you what would be your favorite place that you got to travel. Is that what it would be?
No, I actually.
You got more? You got better
girl,
ones?
I got a better one.
Okay.
I used to DJ in Dubai a few times, so I got to. You're gonna love this. I went for New Year's Eve, and I played in it's the tallest building in the world. It's in the Burj Khalifa.
Yeah.
The Armani Privé Hotel was within there, and the Armani Privé Club is within that. So I got out of I literally flew. I used to fly around the world internationally, like touring alone.
Yeah.
And I would go to like the most random places alone. As a single woman, like at the time, it was like
before you met Kevin.
This is pre-Kevin.
Yeah.
Definitely during my like crazy era, you know?
Yeah.
And I would just get off the plane in these random places, like across the world alone, just like, I have no idea what's happening here. But I got out and I had like a team of like, I think it was like 7 people that were just tending to me. And I was like staying I had a 5-bedroom suite, and like, it was wild. I went
Feels like Sex in the City.
It was insane. Yeah, it was insane. And I played at the Armani Privé Club inside the Burj Khalifa on New Year's Eve. And then, wait for it, I got upgraded on my flight home to business class. And I knew somebody whose dad was like owner of Emirates. So he upgraded me.
How do you know all these random people?
Like, God. I feel like you know somebody, but you know, it's mainly because like we live in places like New York and LA. So just, the randomness of people you come across.
Yeah.
So he upgrades my flight. So I'm in like the top business class on those Emirates flights, which are like ridiculously expensive. And I'm sitting next to Kendall Jenner, LMFAO, because we're all coming out of New Year's in Dubai. So LMFAO comes on the plane, and they're covered they had lipstick kisses all over their face. And, it's a very conservative country. So I'm like, how did they even get to the airport like this?
Yeah.
And then we proceeded, it's an 18-hour flight, longest flight in the world, home to LA.
Yeah.
And we proceeded to just party. They have that little bar on the flight. And we all just partied the entire flight home. I had Polaroids with them. It was like the wildest. The flight was almost more fun than the actual gigs in Dubai. Because it was
that is so cool. When it comes to holiday gifting, I want to give things people really love. Beautiful, timeless pieces they'll wear for years. That's why I'm going with Quince. From Mongolian cashmere sweaters to Italian wool coats, everything is premium quality at a price that actually makes sense. Quince has something for everyone. Soft Mongolian cashmere sweaters for $50 that look and feel like designer pieces, silk tops and skirts for dressing up, perfectly cut denim for everyday wear, and outerwear that actually keeps you warm. Their Italian wool coats are standout pieces, beautifully tailored, soft to the touch, and crafted to last for seasons. The craftsmanship shows in every detail. The stitching, the fit, the drape, it's elevated, timeless, and made to wear on repeat. I love shopping for Quince. I got so many Christmas presents that I cannot wait for my family to open, especially my mom. She's been looking for so many different pieces that she can layer and wear. It's so cold in Kentucky. The coats are amazing, so she is going to be so happy whenever she opens her gifts on Christmas. There are so many options. I can totally see myself gifting my group of friends. One of their beautiful scarves or sweaters are perfect for them, my family, anybody that you're trying to get something for Christmas, and myself. Let's be real. Find gifts so good you'll want to keep them with Quince. Go to quince.com/realityhits for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/realityhits to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/realityhits.
And I got off the flight and I was like so out of it because I was like, this was like,
so how was Kendall Jenner?
So she was really sick. So she had like the flu or something really bad.
Oh, she got on the plane.
So she got on the plane and she had one of those, in those crazy business class, they have those like pods.
Oh yeah.
So she basically just like shut her door and like slept for 90% of it. And we saw her and she was fine, but like she was not like down with the program.
Like she wasn't trying to party.
Yeah. Like we were like wearing the Emirates people's outfits at one point. We were like on the bar taking Polaroids. Like it was wild. I'm going to show you sometimes.
Oh my gosh. Cool. I've met Khloe Kardashian at the MTV Awards. Amazing. Because we were up, Vanderpump Rules was up for an award and the Kardashians were up for an award. Yeah. The Kardashians won and Khloe came to our table and she was just like, I love your show. You guys would have won if it was up to me. And like was just so freaking nice and amazing. Like I think Khloe.
Does it trip you out when like, because like I feel like that would trip me out. Does it trip you out when people are like already kind of fans of yours and you're like, wait, I've been a fan of you forever, but you're like my fan? This is like so trippy.
No, it's wild. It's very wild to hear that people like watch the show, like Taylor Swift, Selena Gomez, Rihanna, like all these different people, and it's just like it blows my mind.
Yes.
Zach was on the pod not that long ago, and I was telling him that I was at Catch one night and A$AP Rocky was there, and I was this close to going over to him and say, "Hi, I'm on the Valley. I know that Rihanna watches the show," but I was scared that he would think I was a complete weirdo.
I mean, it's like you don't know how it'd be received. They'd either be like so excited and be like, we're FaceTiming her right now.
Or they could be like, okay, bitch, like, leave me alone.
I feel like you and Kristen are like OGs. Like, you would definitely get a good response.
I know, but I was too scared. But I love, like, Rihanna. Well, like, she's talked about it on carpets and everything else.
I've DJ'd for her. She's amazing.
What? You DJ'd for Rihanna?
She's very, very lovely, very nice, like, really down to earth, super cool.
I feel like she would be so fun to hang out with.
Yeah.
And just... I don't know. I just think that she would be an amazing person. Like, I respect her so much. Like, she's a great mom. Yeah. She, like has her private, like, family life. And I love that. Yeah. And she just, like, pops out pregnant and is just, like, so cute. And, like, that's how she announces to the world that she's, pregnant again. I think it's awesome.
I feel like kind of the thing, like, the people you think they are in a lot of ways is kind of true. Like, not like all the inner workings of the personality, but, like, if they seem nice and like a good, like a lot of times they actually are that when you meet them. Yeah. And if they seem a little, you might actually find when you meet them that it's kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
At least that's been my experience.
Well, one time I worked, because whenever I first moved to LA, I worked for a catering company that also, so it'd be like catering bartenders, but they would hire like models and stuff. So like different stuff. It was whenever I very first moved here, wasn't making money very much on Vanderpump Rules or anything like that. So I was still working at Hooters. I was still working at the catering company. And I worked a Playboy Mansion party.
Oh my! Oh wait, I DJed at the Playboy Mansion.
You did?
My first gig in LA.
Did.
Wait, that was my first, and it was during when he was alive. So
yeah, he was alive.
Yes, girl. That's like.
What if it was like the same one that I did?
Oh my God!
So we all had to wear like these baby blue doll baby dresses and like blonde wigs that were short with like cut bangs.
Yes.
So like all the servers and stuff of the VIP did that. So I had Justin Bieber and Kylie Jenner.
Oh my gosh.
At my VIP station. I had just moved to LA and I was like,
what's happening?
Oh my gosh. And I just remember I had to go up to them and ask them if they wanted a drink. I don't even know if Kylie was 21 yet. She probably wasn't.
Yeah, no.
So I was just like, do you guys want anything
Nobody
to
cared
drink?
back then.
And I couldn't hear, or I guess Kylie couldn't hear what I said. So Justin freaking Bieber had to like tell Kylie what I said.
Oh
I don't know if it was my accent or if they just couldn't hear because of the party.
Yeah.
But like, it's just so funny, like how you have these like random encounters. But everybody was nice. Like it was nothing. It was just, but it was just something, a fun memory.
Playboy Mansion. So my very first day that I moved to LA, Kevin picks me up at the airport. So we were like dating long distance for a year. He picks me up at the airport and I'm like moving from New York, leaving my whole life behind, mainly for love, like literally. Yeah. And I had a residency offer. So it wasn't just, I'll be honest.
Only for love, but I did have
work.
I did have a job.
Yes, that too. But anyways, he's like, had to pick me up. And then I was like, I got a gig at the Playboy Mansion. This is like, what is more iconic than moving to LA in the same day that you move across the country, you DJ at the Playboy. Like there's nothing more LA than that.
That's awesome.
So all I remember about that night, two really good things. Vern Troyer, this is during when he, rest in peace, he was alive and he had a shoulder guy. So he would ride on somebody's shoulders around the party. Like it was crazy because he was so little.
Oh yeah.
He would like ride on somebody and he would ride by and every 5 seconds he'd just like give me a high five in the booth, which I thought was so iconic. Yeah. And then like obviously Hef was alive because this was like 2013. So he was alive and then he was really cool. He came out for a little while and then the zoo, all the animals were in heat. So like I was having a really hard time DJing because like all the monkeys and stuff were like, they were like raging in their cages and I like couldn't hear what I was mixing. So I just kept getting like so paranoid. Like this set must suck. Like I can't hear anything. It was like it was literally a zoo. What? And girl, I was coming from New York. So I was like, I'm going to dress sexy tonight. So I like got this really cute, what I thought was a really cute little black dress. Yeah. I show up. I might as well have looked like a nun. Okay.
Yeah, because
I was wearing so much clothing. Like this little black dress might have as well been like an entire snowsuit. Like everybody's completely naked. I was like, whoa, what did I just walk into? Like this little New Yorker who's in like her little black dress and her little boots. I have to find a picture because I literally look like I'm like in a full parka. Like,
oh my God.
Hilarious.
I love it so much. Okay. So you've met a lot of celebrities, obviously.
Yes. Yeah.
Let me know who has been the rudest.
Oh, that's easy.
Really? It's easy?
Yeah. I just stands out. And it sucks because I actually I hate to do this because I really do like strong women and there's something about her that I do respect. Mm-hmm. So I say this with a grain of salt. I think it's like weird because it's a double-sided thing. I'm just prefacing this. Yeah. I think part of her persona is that she is this way.
Okay. So I'm trying to guess who it could possibly be.
Okay. She is a reality person.
Oh no. Okay.
She's not in, I don't know if she's in your universe. Patty Stanger was rough.
Oh, really?
And I was really disappointed because I really liked her and I was DJing a gig for her and it was like I was like a leper. And it was so funny because, again, I'm around celebrities a lot. I'm going to be honest with you, 99% of the time, there's very few that I get, like, if it's Brad Pitt, I'm like real excited.
Yeah.
But like, there's not that many that I'm like freaking out and again, I'm playing it cool, I'm not like, I'm freaking out internally.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like I was fangirling or anything. Yeah. But the event producer was like, can we get a picture of you and Lindsay, the DJ, together? Yeah. So it wasn't like I even asked her for a photo. She could not be like so disgusted to have to, she was like, looked like she was like I was a leper next to her.
Really?
And was so rude and was just not friendly. And I was like, ooh.
Oh my God. I've met Patty before. I met her at the show that Kristen did. Okay. Kristen Doty. She did a show, The Goat or whatever that she did.
Yeah.
I think it was, The Goat. I met her there and she was just so nice to me.
See, I think in the right context. And again, but when you get that impression from somebody, it's hard to shake it. Yeah. I had a similar woman. Oh God.
Tell me all the tea.
I'm another, Nick Vial. I DJ'd an event, or whatever it is. I DJ'd an event for Lucky Brand. And he was like, I'm the DJ for, I did a million parties for Lucky. And he was like the talent at this is during his heyday.
Yeah. Like
and
Bachelor,
he had the same kind of they did the same thing. Cause this happens a lot because I had some semblance of a, career and so on. So they're like, want pictures of me. They want pictures of him. And obviously they're on another level at that time. He's like the Bachelor, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But it's like, a lot of times the client will be like, can you two take a picture together?
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm not fanning over you. Like, I don't care, you know, like, and he also had a very similar kind of like weird, I was like very nice. And I was DJing a lot of Bachelor events too.
Yeah.
So I was DJing events for the Bachelor. Then I'm at this thing and it's like, all right, dude, like, you know, come on. Like, just like the picture's so awkward. If I could find it, he's just like, like, you know, it's like, okay.
So I have a kind of a similar story with Nick Viall. Like, it was an opening for a Pendry hotel. I can't remember which city we were in. Maybe San Diego. It was San Diego. It was somewhere like close by, but like in California.
Yeah.
So Jax and I were there. This was like in the beginning, and Nick was there. But so Nick at the time was still the Bachelor, so he wasn't supposed to be seen with who had won the Bachelor yet, because it was still going at that time.
Okay.
And I think it was Vanessa, right?
I don't even remember.
Yes,
yeah, he had like a bunch of runs.
Yeah, so she was there too, but like they weren't supposed to be seen publicly together and stuff. So Jax, because my mom loves The Bachelor, he like asked if he would take a photo with me or something like that, and Nick said no. And ever since then, Jax has despised him, and it was just like a weird thing. And Nick has asked me to come on their podcast because they have a really great podcast that does really well.
Yes.
And he's asked me multiple times to come on. I've always turned it down because I always had this like bad taste in my mouth from way back then. Well, I saw him at BravoCon.
Okay, did you tell him?
Yeah, I talked to him.
What do you say? Yeah, I feel like he needs some redemption here, like maybe for everybody.
Yeah, so I saw Nick at BravoCon, and we like talked about it for a second, and I was like, you know, I was like, that night just really left a bad taste in his mouth, and he just really didn't want to have anything to do with you and all this stuff. And, and Nick was kind of like explaining himself, like I wasn't allowed to be like seen out and this and that and blah, blah, blah. So we kind of like
I think he takes the rules too seriously. Like, I think that's what it was.
But that was like his beginning of everything. That was way.
But I think maybe that's why he didn't even want to take a picture of me. Like, he had like weird rules in his head. Like, I shouldn't have with a girl, or like, I don't even know.
It might have been. I don't know.
I actually would. Interesting. I don't listen. I mean, other than you, of course, I don't listen to a million podcasts, but I did listen to his once, and I was like, God, he's really well spoken. Like, I feel like he's actually an interesting guy who has interesting things to say. So like, I'm not holding on to that one.
And now he's married with a kid.
Yeah,
and everything.
like, everybody deserves like an arc.
Yeah. And I told him, I was like, I am single now. Like, I have my own thoughts, my own everything. So, and I know that like Kristen and Luke really like Nick and everything. So, and I told him, he was like, well, so does that mean you'll come on the podcast now? And I was like, maybe, we'll see. Like, probably.
Yeah.
I feel like I should like try to ask him to come on mine so I could talk about this with him, and then I'll go.
Okay. I think that's a smart, good move, girl. I like it.
He did really impress me, and he was very nice and very kind and it was good to see
Maybe
him.
he's just overthinking the rules. Like, I'm not going to, like, I feel like he could be that guy.
And that was in the very beginning stages. So, like, I kind of understand that.
New fame's like confusing, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and also, he probably would have gotten in trouble if he was seen out with.
Yeah, I also forget, like, I'm a DJ, but I'm like a girl, and you are a certain way. So maybe in his mind at the time, this was like in the era of him with all this Bachelor stuff. Maybe he's like, I don't want to be photographed with this random girl.
But that is funny because I had a similar experience. But he did redeem himself.
Oh, you matched.
So we'll see how that goes.
Most people are nice. I mean, there's like a lot of you would love all the rappers. I would love
all the rappers.
Girl, I had Busta Rhymes in the DJ booth.
Oh my God.
I actually one time DJ'd and Nas stood up and goes, yo, white girl can DJ. I swear to God. Kevin was there for that. So he could, and I was like, this is the greatest moment of my life.
That is amazing.
Yeah. So I've actually DJed for a lot of like rappers and just like different people on that. And that's always just like really, really fun. So.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
God, I love your stories. Oh my gosh. Okay. And also remember, you set up this amazing trip that you and Kristen went on to Vegas.
Oh my God, girls trip to Vegas. It was always a good idea.
Always a great idea. We stayed in the cutest hotel room. We did all these like different fun things. It was a whole experience. Kristen was like trying to get pregnant at that time.
Oh, I know.
She was like, I don't know what's going to happen.
I know.
So that was crazy.
She's drinking like fake shots.
Yeah. Because she just didn't know.
It was like water shots. Yeah.
She was doing water shots because she was like, I hope that I'm pregnant, but I don't know.
I know.
So, and of course, like a month later, we found out that she was
so
pregnant
awesome.
with Kaya.
I actually feel like we were there for like its inception. Like basically, we almost got her pregnant. Like, I don't know what happened, but like We were very close to the fire there. I was very excited. I feel like we made that happen. We manifested that shit on the plane for sure. It was so fun.
Oh my gosh.
That was so fun.
Yeah, we did.
It was for Life is Beautiful, for the big Vegas festival. And we went to the festival. We saw, who did we see? It was like Justice. I don't know, LCD sound system. It was really good.
Yeah.
You didn't know any, you were like,
I didn't know anybody.
You're like,
I was there for
John. I was like so excited because it was like, I'm a DJ. And I was just like, oh, I knew all the DJs. And you were just like, this is great, Lindsay. Okay, it's great.
I'm like, where's Lil Wayne at?
We stayed in a 6 suite at the Palms.
A 6 suite.
6 suite. And, that was through my agency. So that's like the stuff that I do with work.
It was so fun.
Yeah, but it was so fun. I had a great time.
Yeah, that was a great time. And, like Marciano is all over the news right now for all of like the...
That was the first time I ever met him.
Yeah, we met him in Vegas because he and Sheena used to be super close. So like I met him at Sheena's house a couple times. So when we were in Vegas, he like came and met up with us at like the pool or whatever for that day.
I appreciate it. I'm an Italian girl. Like I'm an Italian girl. So like for me, Marciano, so I've DJed with Pauly D before, and I swear to God, Marciano gives me like little seedling vibes of like, he's just like a little Pauly D in him or something. There's just that waxy, just Italiano. Like he could be my cousin. Like I have a little heart for him. Like I do love him. He's like a nice, fun.
Yeah, he was very, very nice.
He was very sweet.
But now he's like in the public eye right now because of all the Mormon.
Yes. I can't follow because I don't watch the show, but it's wild.
I know. I don't know much about it either.
I just watch the memes, try to figure it out. I'm like, what's happening?
It just cracks me up because I'm like, wait, Marciano? Yes. Like this is what's happening right now? Like what is going on?
He's trying to DJ too. I think he just like started dabbling or whatnot. Maybe I'll be in the booth with Marciano soon enough. We'll be throwing it down.
That'll be another one. You'll be like, I remember meeting you whenever we were in Vegas with Kristen and Brittany.
Oh my God.
This ad is brought to you by Vive Healthcare, the makers of Apritude Cabotegravir. You never skip your SPF, and you carry hand sanitizer like an accessory. But what are you doing for HIV prevention? One way to help protect yourself from HIV is Apritude, a prescription medicine used to reduce the risk of getting HIV in adults and adolescents weighing at least 77 pounds. You must be HIV negative to receive Apritude and get tested before each injection. If you think you're exposed to HIV or have flu-like symptoms, tell your doctor right away. More HIV testing may be needed. Apritude does not prevent other sexually transmitted infections. Practice safer sex to reduce your risk. Get Apritude as scheduled. Missing doses increases your HIV risk. Don't take Apritude if allergic to it or taking certain medicines that may interact. Tell your doctor about your medical conditions, liver problems, and mental health. Serious side effects include allergic reactions or rash, liver problems, and depression. If these occur, get medical help right away. The most common side effect is injection site reaction. Bring your A game and talk to your doctor. Learn more at apritude.com or call 1-888-240-0340. Okay, so Lindsay, you have been around for many years. Especially like for the Valley. So you've been to a lot of stuff that we have filmed.
Yes.
What's it like being a friend who like comes to certain parties and events that we do, but you're not like filming? Do you know what I mean? Like you're just there for like a party.
Yeah. I mean, like for me, obviously my most fun times are really like me, you and Kristen got together the other night. There's no cameras. Yeah. It's not a huge crowd. That's like my favorite thing ever.
Yeah.
Sometimes you guys invite me to stuff and I don't even know the cameras are there. Like I'll just be like, well, I'm going to a party and I show up and it's like, oh, this one's being filmed.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's kind of like, not that you like, I think if somebody that you weren't as close with, you'd be telling them. But with me, it's just kind of like you're part of our friend group. So like come or don't, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it never bothers me if you're filming. It's interesting because, that's actually kind of complicated because it's like, on one hand, you guys are having drama and half the time I don't even see it. I watch a show and I go, what was I doing? I missed all of this. Like, I'll be like, what was that when they were off in the corner? I think you guys are just like having a little chat and it's like a real chat that makes like waves on the show, right? Yeah. So like, there's a lot of times where I don't see stuff. There's a lot of times I clock stuff that I just keep to myself and never tell anybody. And then it comes out in the show and I was like, ooh, I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
So, it's a very small group. I don't feel like you guys invite 1 million people to this stuff. So, I think it's like a trusting group. You have to trust the people that you have kind of around filming for sure. It's very confusing because I really just kind of like, I don't have a reason not to like anybody, right?
Yeah.
I've never had an issue with anybody per se. But then I watch the show and you see things on the show as a friend that's a true friend in real life, you see things and you go, huh, you know, and me and Kevin, like, you know, Kevin is like, so low key. He doesn't watch reality TV, but I'll pull him and I'll be like, well, you know, I really see what Brittany was doing here and I understand why but you know, I also can understand why Chris is, so it's very like, sometimes it's crazy for me because I'll feel like knowing you guys in real life, plus watching you on the show, it's like this weird, like, psychoanalyst thing, you know, where you're like, kind of trying to decipher your feelings on it. And then also you sometimes see people in a light that maybe you never see, you know, in the day to day. It's just it's just a very confusing feeling.
Yeah. That's a very interesting, that's why I wanted to ask you that because I don't think I've ever had anybody on the podcast that's like at a lot of our group events, but isn't like a cast member.
I'm going to say that I also think, I don't know if everyone's going to like this response, but I think a lot of the, like, I want to call it OGs, like people who have been doing reality TV for a long time. To me, you guys feel the most authentic often on camera, like in certain ways. And then sometimes I feel like somebody who's a little newer, and it's not that I'm calling them inauthentic. I just think they're a little more aware of that the cameras are there maybe. Sometimes that one's interesting to me because I'll feel like they just almost seem a little tenser and like they can't even be, it's not like they can't be bothered by other people, but they're just like eye on the prize. Like, what do I have to do here?
Oh, interesting.
You know, and it's like, you guys will just come up to me. You don't even care. You're like, the cameras are on, but I'm going to go see my girl and we're going to chat. And I'll deal with you when I deal with you to the cameras. But the people who are maybe a little newer, or like this is their first rodeo, they're like, okay, what's the game? What's happening today? What's happening around me? What do I have to do? So it's a very interesting dynamic versus when we're just all hanging out.
Okay.
So I feel like that's an interesting insight right there.
That is.
A little tidbit for you.
Hey, we're doing when reality hits. I like to give people like the background of reality TV, like many times.
But I did get to film with you guys this year a little bit because my agency produced a few things for the show. So I guess maybe you'll see me in a different light. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We have no idea. Okay, so with Christmas coming up.
Okay.
And you have two beautiful children.
Thank you. So you have one beautiful child.
Yes, thank you.
Love it.
What are some family traditions that you do every year?
Okay, well, I'm Italian, so we do the most. There's a lot of seafood. We do the 7 fishes, so the Feast of the 7 fishes. Girl, I cannot tell you what it's based on. I've been doing it since I was a child.
So much cooking shows recently, and they talk about that so much.
Well, the bear, like really threw it like all the way at the top of the list.
I've been just watching like Chopped and Beat Bobby Flay, and
it's also
like,
having a moment at every restaurant right now. Like restaurants are doing Feast of 7 Fishes menus. Like it's having a big moment. So that's really big. I always go to local Italian delis.
7? Like it has to be 7 different fishes?
Well, actually, like some families do 12. Like my Nana was so intense that we would have like, there would be like squid sauce, clam sauce. There's like 7 different sauces. And then there's like fried smelts. And then there's like mussels. And then there's like a plate of like king crab. I mean, I know you love king crab.
I do. I love crab.
You and Jax, right?
Yes.
It's like
I love king crab, but I actually love snow crab better because
you were eating it at breakfast in Vegas.
I like the taste of snow crab better than king crab because it's like sweeter.
It's a little softer.
It doesn't have as much meat, but it's a little sweeter.
Less briny. Girl, I know my seafood. So like, that's a big deal. I mean, Christmas Eve is huge. Christmas Day is huge. We're Italian. There's a lot of cash going around. There's a lot of presents going around. There's a lot of cousins everywhere. So I continue that. We do all the seafood with my family. Yeah. Even though my parents moved, I'm from Boston and then I lived in New York and now here. So my family moved to Laguna. So they come up. We do keep the tradition going with my kids. And I'm such a mom. Like I'm always making cookies. I'm doing gingerbread cookies. I'm taking them to meet like 17 different Santas in London's now asking why they all look different.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So, it's all the things, but we're doing the most.
Oh, I love that. Okay. Who is your favorite celebrity couple?
Oh, God. Okay. I kind of enjoy, I love Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton. And I'll tell you, like, just as a woman, like, I just love that maybe this is like, I'm going to manifest this a little in your direction, okay? She kind of like, the guy just wasn't like fully right there. Maybe it just didn't work out. It wasn't appreciated, all of her fabulosity, but she is the most fabulous, right?
She is fabulous.
And she has now like had her glow up and she's with this guy who just like loves and adores her. And I just like as a woman, you just love to see that.
And he's like, so talented too. Like obviously I love country music too. Yes. So I love me some Blake Shelton. I also love Miranda Lambert. So that was hard for me at first.
Okay, that's fair.
Because Miranda Lambert might be like one of my all-time favorite singers.
Okay.
But I do love Gwen and Blake together. And I also love that Miranda Lambert married like somebody from her hometown.
Yes.
Like a hometown sweetheart.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And she's just like in love and he's hot and she's doing great too. So like they're both so happy. So now I can like get into it more. I
love the Travis and Courtney thing a little bit. It's just kind of like, I always had like a weird thing for him. I don't know. I love a drummer.
Yeah.
He's so cute. So I kind of like their whole like dark goth thing going on.
I love Pamela Anderson and Liam Neeson.
Oh.
Like, oh my God.
Know. Yeah.
Because he is such a handsome older man and she is a beautiful older woman.
Is it real though? Wasn't there a whole thing that maybe it wasn't real?
Really? Because I thought that they like said it was real.
I hope that it is. That's all.
Wait, hold on. Are people saying it's not real? Because I'm going to be so sad. There was a whole thing
where they were like, is this like, not just that people said it, but maybe it was just kind of, they were going with it for the whole press play of it.
Wait,
you're going to have to do it up. You're going to have to do a deep dive on this. I don't think it's been proven. Like they play coy about it. Like they play coy that maybe it's not real. I don't know. I know what
thought they were like kissing and stuff.
I know. I also loved Pam during her Tommy Lee era, but I'm friendly with Brittany Furlan now, so I can't really say that. And I love Brittany and Tommy Lee now.
Oh my God. So. Okay. That's such a random thing, but like I saw where Brittany saved her little dog from a coyote.
I know. Yes.
Oh my God. That's the same thing I would do. I would be running out there. And
she's a really good dog mom. She's actually like, have you ever met her? She's amazing.
I have never met her, but
you'd love her. She's got a great energy. She's so fun. I love her so much.
Okay, right now it says 3 hours ago, actually.
Okay, so there's like an update.
Yahoo says Pamela Anderson insists she and Liam Neeson were romantically involved, despite doubts.
Okay, all right. You heard it from the horse's mouth.
And then it says Pamela Anderson not ready to give up on Liam Neeson. Wait, what happened? What happened? I'm so sad.
Like, don't ruin my dreams.
How did I not know that this was happening before I did this?
I know. I don't like when those like fall apart. Like we're counting on you to stay together
anymore.
I don't know.
I just thought they were so cute. How they looked at each other, how they joked, and
I love her makeup free. Like I mean, I'm probably never gonna be that girl, but I'm here for it.
I won't be that girl either. But it is like because she's already gorgeous and she just is aging so gracefully.
I love everything. I mean, I'm loving Lindsay Lohan's glow up. Like I love anytime
Lindsay Lohan's glow up is
so good,
iconic. She
was definitely at the. I DJ'd a bunch of times with Samantha Ronson, and she was there.
I love that you always get to bring it back to. But she was there, and I saw her, and this. I love that. Okay, before we sign off real quick, I ask everybody that's on the podcast 2 questions. If you could be on any reality TV show, what would it be and why? Well, I guess that's
I'm probably going to go with The Valley just because I already know you guys.
Yeah.
So I would say probably The Valley solely because it'd be my real life.
Yeah.
So so if I'm going to say a real one, I'd say The Valley. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, that's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Because I actually really just feel like I also very protective of my life. And so I don't know. Yeah. But that would be the easiest one. I'm going to say that'd be the easiest one because that would be the realest one.
Yeah.
If I were to say one that's just like, it would be fun. Ooh. I used to love it's not even around. What other reality shows are there? I mean, I used to.
There are none. There are no other reality shows in the Valley.
There's just Bravo, just the Bravo-verse. No, it's so funny. I used to do some stuff with the Real World back in the day. I actually did some scenes with the Real World Brooklyn. I was a DJ mentor for a girl in Real World Brooklyn.
Oh my god,
it's a major throwback.
Wow.
In Red Hook, I went to their house in Red. And this is the early days. It was like the room was like the brightest light.
The Real World back in the day. My gosh.
So I made
Iconic.
cameos on My Super Sweet 16. Like
oh my god, My Super Sweet 16.
With this, I mean, I did the most random stuff you'd ever believe.
Oh my god,
but I loved the old school Real World. Yeah. I think there's something really crazy about that vibe. So like, if we could bring back the Real World and have like a rehash, that'd be like my manifest. Yeah, like, I feel that'd be really cool.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Okay, who is your favorite reality TV star?
She's sitting right across from me, Brittany.
Oh, shut up.
Girl, that was good, right? If we were dating, I just won like 1,000 points. No, I'm just kidding. No, honestly, I do mean that in a lot of ways. You're like, you're a great friend.
Thank
You're
you.
great to watch on TV. I think I always say this to you. I think the one thing that people don't see enough of is that you're like the brightest light in every room. And a lot of times on a show, like a reality show, I think that people the natural inclination is to focus on some of the darker stuff happening in your life, right? Or the fights or so on. But like to be your friend in real life is to see like such the joy that you bring and the happiness you bring to everybody. You're like the greatest host, the most generous friend. You're very real. You're very loyal. Despite anybody else's opinion, you stick with what you believe in. Great conviction. You're a lot of fun.
Thank you.
So girl, you're right up the top. But also like on a just random note, I've never met her.
Tell me.
I would love to get drinks with Marisol. I love the Miami.
Oh, yay.
Real Housewives Miami and Alexia. I would like a night.
Yeah. So actually,
can we plan this?
Me and Lala had a photo op moment at BravoCon, and Marisol and Alexia also, like, they were doing one together, and me and Lala were doing one together.
Yeah.
So we were backstage all sitting at a table before we came out to do like our photo op moment, and we just sat at the table and talked to them, and Lala talked a lot to Marisol, and I talked to Alexia, and I loved her.
Oh my gosh.
Like, I love
this
both
makes
of them.
me so
they
happy.
Were both amazing,
Yes.
but like me and Alexia, we like really connected on a lot of different levels.
Yeah.
Like, she was just so sweet. Now we follow each other on Instagram.
And I'm obsessed. I like love Lisa Hochstein. I just love her. I don't know why. I just love her little outfit. She's like a little Polly Pocket. She's so cute.
Yeah.
So like, I guess I don't watch all the different housewives.
Yeah.
I like, I'm a mom. I'm tired. I like half the time I fall asleep at 8. I like make it through your shows and like maybe just Real Housewives of Miami.
Yeah.
But I love Real Housewives of Miami. Like, I would like a night with literally all of them.
Yes.
All of them. But my top dogs would 100% be Marisol and Alexia.
Yeah.
I want to go out with those two. Maybe bring in a little, like, bring Lisa in, because she's cute and peppy.
Yeah.
And that'd be like a dream night. And then I like Kiki. She seems fun.
Oh, I
so,
love it.
that would probably be, for the reality people. And then, like, I just need a night with Cardi B. And we're good.
Oh my God, me too.
Like Cardi B so
I
fun.
would love to.
Yes.
Like, Cardi B just seems like she would be the most fun human being to be around in all time.
Thank
she
you.
would make me laugh all night long.
I watch her videos on repeat. I just think she's hilarious.
Yes. She is hilarious.
I hope she's a Valley fan because she would be like so great.
Oh my God, if she was, I would die.
You're like, Cardi, call me.
Yeah.
Call me too. I'm coming. I'll DJ for you, girl.
Okay, girl. Tell everybody where to find you.
Okay, so on Instagram, it's at Lindsay Luv, LINDSAYLUV. LUV, because if you don't do LUV, you'll probably end up with like a porn star or something random.
Porn star. She's not a porn star.
I'm not. I'm a DJ and I have an events agency. And then my events agency is Lindsay Luv Creative, Lindsay LUV Creative. And I do brand and celebrity and all kinds of really cool events. And we have a lot of fun together. And you'll probably see me coming up. You never know.
Yeah, you never know.
Stay tuned.
All right, Lindsay, thanks so much for coming on When Reality Hits. Thanks, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas and happy holidays to everyone. We'll see you next week.
Yes.
With all the best movies. The holidays are brutal, so if you're feeling frugal, stream Pluto TV. Stream Pluto TV. Stream Pluto TV for free. Stream blockbuster hits like 21 Jump Street, Ted, The Expendables, and so much more on Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.